Does anyone else ever just walk through their home stable in SSO and see a horse that really makes you just stop and think, what was going through my head that moment I decided to click buy horse? I run into those moments lots. I don't ever want to sell them for a few measly shillings, so they just end up collecting dust in my stable and make me question the amount of money I put into this game. So here are all my Star Stable horses I really regret buying. Seriously though, Star Stable, please fix whatever this is. Starting off strong with this Windfall Magic horse. I bought this horse back in 2018 probably and regretted it ever since. Okay, hear me out. It was only on Star Stable for a week, so I just thought I really needed to get a hold of this absolute beauty. Going with the hot pink magic horse was definitely a choice at the time, but honestly, there's no excuses. There were better horses to buy than this particular horse. I think the reason I bought him was because his normal color was really cute. I remember buying this horse and just feeling immediate regret. Not a big fan of the magical horses in general. Technically, I didn't choose to buy this horse. I did a wheel spinning video where I just bought whatever horse the wheel landed on, and it landed on this slightly outdated Pinto Tracker. Some could say it's fate, others might say it was bad luck. I would say it was an unfortunate decision on my part, but hey, I have a very love-hate relationship with this horse. At one point, I used her for a realistic roleplay video, and now I'm back to not really loving her. She's very cute, don't get me wrong. Can't say she's my top choice of horses to get. 2019 was when I first laid eyes on this 𝓕𝓐𝓠 and decided to buy it. Why? I don't even know. I don't think I liked the horse. I just felt like since it was a new release, I had to buy it, and that is 850 star coins I will never get back. And way more than that probably, because the amount of times I've changed this horse's mane so I can maybe like it a little bit better is kind of ridiculous. I actually used to ride this horse a lot because I felt bad for it. Now it kind of looks like the breed is broken because the trot is so stiff, like the head just stays in one spot without any movement. It looks so robotic. Not to mention every time you jump this horse now, its face becomes something out of a horror movie. Like, this is a children's game, Star Stable. After really contemplating how much I disliked this horse, I figured that maybe it's because it was not the right color. So I got another 𝓕𝓐𝓠. And obviously by the title of this video, I regretted it. I learned a very valuable lesson that day, that buying more of something you dislike doesn't make you like it any better. To be fair though, I do think this horse is a little bit cuter than the dapple gray. I think it's the eyes. The next horse I regret buying is this Frisian Dark Knight, and I feel like I just needed to buy the Frisian because it's such an iconic horse, but I'm not really a fan of the Jorvik Frisians. They don't really remind me of Frisians very much, and they're a little obnoxious. Like, some of the animations are so over the top. That stretch they do and the little prance they do, like, I don't understand why they have to be so dramatic, and some of their animations are a little icky, like their fast stop. I just think that is so weird how they like pounce. Like, that's not right. I think their fast gallop and slow gallop could also use some work. It just looks kind of awkward and stiff. I bought this Gen 2 Hanoverian Wild Cherry from the Foals app, and I was so excited to bring this horse into the game that I didn't really think about the fact that it's kind of outdated. There's some Gen 2 charm there, but other than that, like, I could have spent that money on like an Irish cob or the American Quarter Horse, but I decided to choose the Hanoverian that can't wear half the tack in the game. But the full version was so cute, I didn't really think about what it was gonna look like in game. This is my Fjord Blue Comet. Now this might come as a surprise to some because I feel like the fjords are very well loved. I'm just not a fan of the color I chose. This gray's a little dull, and I kind of prefer the warmer colors of fjords. I think they're a lot cuter in my opinion. There's nothing terribly wrong with this horse, but if I could go back, I definitely would choose a different color, like any other color than this, because I've just grown to really dislike it. This is my Tracker Coffee Bean. I got him in probably around 2019, and I think I got him because he had a nice look, like a nice blaze and 4 white socks. Honestly, this horse isn't doing a lot for me. He's just been kind of sitting and living his best retired life, I think, because he never goes out anymore. Don't get me wrong, he is pretty cute, but I just don't really want him. I feel like I was scammed with this horse. Star Stable gives us essentially a seahorse, so I buy it and it can't swim? Then why did I buy this horse? Although the Appaloosas are adorable and I feel like you can't go wrong with them, I feel like this might be the exception. But I will say the texture is pretty cool. I just don't know what to do with it. The next horse I regret buying, or horses I should say, are these Jorvik wild horses, aka the Nexes. I bought these horses at a time when I thought I needed every single horse on this game. I soon found out that that's pretty much impossible unless you want to spend all your life savings on this game. At the time they were limited edition for 1 week, so I figured now or never, so I bought all 3, and I really just don't like these horses. I don't like their magic coats, and I think their normal coat colors are just kind of meh. I think my favorite is the purple one because I like the normal coat color of that one the best. I very strongly dislike Aqua Angel, which is my bright blue one. The color is just too much, and I don't think the normal coat color is that nice either. I just remember when I bought them, they were such a good price, so I figured I could buy all 3, and that's like the price of 1 horse, and 3 is obviously better than 1, so might as well. The next horse I regret buying, or I guess Zoni if we're being technical, is my Zoni Thunder Zebra. I bought this horse in 2018 because I thought it was kind of cool at the time because there wasn't really any other Zonis in the game, so I thought I was very edgy and cool for having like a whole different species of animal in this game. I'm not really a fan of how her face lights up every 2 seconds, and her purple eyes are a little too unrealistic for me. I bought this Frisian sport horse back in 2020 when their price was just recently reduced. And at the time I didn't have any Gen 1 horses, and I feel like they have a charm to them, okay? They may look a little crusty compared to the other horses we have in the game, but I really just wanted a Generation 1 horse, so I got one. They were also reduced to 300 star coins, and I thought that was insane because it was such a snatch. I don't ever really use it, and I kind of regret it. Although it is kind of nice to have an antique horse in the stable. The next horse I regret buying is this livered chestnut Marwari, and I don't really like this breed in general. It's not my type of horse, I don't think. Looking back on it, I wish I would have went with the bay or the Pinto color variation. Some of the animations also kind of weird me out, like that one. It's just its face looks a little silly. I think it's more so the fact that I'm not really a fan of this breed in general, so not really my type of horse. Those are all the horses I regret buying. I'm sure there will be more to come in the future. Do you guys have any horses you regret buying? I feel like we all have some. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone!